Your daily hour.
Yeah. Hey, everybody.
It's the program
We're on TV and the radio once again, once a day.
every day
Yeah, we turn on the machines and we start talking.
for an hour.
Yeah, like we're finishing sentences because of the intro thing. Today is Saturday, right? Yeah.
All day.
All day today, and then again next week.
And last week.
Yeah, and I think in future weeks also. We're here with Carl.
Yep.
Hi, Carl.
Hi.
How you doing today?
Pretty chill.
Oh, good. And it's Saturday, so when we look at this thing, we're gonna be doing something today. And maybe we'll call some McDonald's, maybe we'll call some people. These are things that could happen.
For an hour.
Yeah.
Or 58 minutes
Yeah,
now.
starting now. We've got to talk 2 minutes about what we're gonna do, and now we got to start doing it. You see anything on the street?
Or we'll just do more talking. No, I have not. I've I went to Evergreen for one support group that I kind of host or co-host, and
You're being supported.
yeah. So other than that, not too much of anything is going on.
You have a lot of support.
Well, sure.
I heard that there was a drive-by shooting in downtown Olympia today, or yesterday, maybe last night.
That could get hairy for the people involved or
Yeah,
whatnot.
getting shot at, that's not good.
Yeah.
Is even dangerous, or I don't know, hairy? What's hairy?
Well, hairy is like another way of saying heavy, and I'm sure people in the 1950s
Heavy,
are
dude.
like Doc Brown from 1950. He would be like, "What's wrong with the world's weight in 1985? Does things start getting heavy or whatnot?"
That was heavy.
It's just a figure of speech. That's what I'm trying to say.
Heavy. That was heavy. So that happened. I don't know where exactly it was, but this is Lake Fair for us. I know it was last week for you, viewers,
Yeah.
listeners, and
Last year was kind of crazy in terms of Lake Fair.
yeah, things happen. I don't know what. Like I think I was saying this maybe yesterday, but is it Lake Fair, or is it the weekend that Lake Fair is on? Because it's always on at the same time of the year, and I think it's the dead of summer. It's kind of like, to me, violence time. Not that I'm supportive of it at all. I don't like violence, but it's, if you're gonna get violent, maybe it's the heat out here in the summertime, and you at first you're like, oh, I'm so hot, and then eventually the heat becomes regular to you in your mind, and then you don't think about how hot you are and uncomfortable. You're just like, this is my life now. I'm uncomfortable all the time. And after it's that week of the time of the year, at first you're experience discomfort, but then after a while discomfort is a part of you, and then you start getting angry. Because before, when you start getting angry, you're getting angry at the heat, and you're like, oh, I'm so uncomfortable, it's hot out. But then once you accept that that's how it's going to be, you think, I'm angry at the world, and I don't know why, maybe, but I'm angry at that guy, and that's why I'm mad. So I'm going to shoot them from a car, from a moving car, so I can get away. I'm going to shoot somebody, and then I'm going to drive away real fast so that nobody can get me back.
Or maybe, I think that maybe Capitol Lake could also be opened up to swimming again. I know it's
so gross.
Gross looking, but
No, it's gross.
yeah, exactly.
Health-wise too.
I know, and there's New England mud snails in it and whatnot. But if you could
New Zealand.
remove that,
New Zealand.
Right. If you could
New England mud snails.
Oh.
That'd be good. They're from New York.
Sorry.
Yeah,
I guess I misspoke,
but that'd be funny.
Well, everything's funny in one context or another. But if everyone, just wore like one of those air conditioners around their neck that you get from the Sharper Image.
I haven't seen those, but those are probably pretty expensive, I would think, from the Sharper Image, right?
Well, yeah, but anything that people can do to cool themselves off effectively, within the dead of summer, have some sort of, loan or rental, or I don't even know, because I'm not, really business
air conditioner.
Yeah, I'm not a business-minded person at all. I'm just kind of like
renting air conditioners.
Well,
then people will be less angry.
People should,
I think the people who are drive-by shooting are not the type of people who are going to be following this air conditioning around your neck rule or idea.
Sure, they may not, but they were clearly angry at someone, and so if you get as many people
don't get angry at me or the program if you're watching this, people who did drive-by shootings or are involved with that, because I don't know about it, so I don't want to hopefully get local. I don't know. I don't even. No, I don't know. Is it gang? Are the gangs or something? Who's shooting?
Me neither. I'm not involved in
hopefully drive-bys,
or hopefully making people upset or angry or whatnot.
I heard that nobody got shot actually, though, but that the shooting, and I have never heard of anybody actually getting shot downtown. I've heard of a couple people getting stabbed, which is pretty freaky, but nobody's gotten shot. And all the shootings that I've ever heard of downtown, nobody's gotten hit. And I don't know if that's everybody around here, they're bad at shooting people, or
everyone has good dodge tactics.
People maybe they're really good at dodging, either really good at dodging, really bad at shooting, or people are just trying to freak each other out or something. Is that maybe a part of it? They're just trying to showboat with their guns, and they're like, don't mess with me, like all the time.
Ooh.
But I think Lake Fair usually has at least one shooting. I don't know what to attribute that to, because maybe it's causation and not correlation,
You have to admit, though, that, when there are angry people around you, that you start getting angry yourself, or, a positive person walks in and everyone else starts feeling slightly more light, maybe.
Yeah, so maybe, don't start thinking bad things. You'll affect the people around you, freak them out, and then maybe they'll get angry and stuff too.
Yep.
You're right. I think anger is probably a cycle, and you can end that cycle. Don't get angry. If somebody else gets angry, you can end the cycle of anger, I think. I wonder if anybody knows about this shooting. It's called...
Carl doesn't.
Yeah, it's called Freddie the Producer. Maybe he knows about the shooting, and see if he's heard about this drive-by. It's pretty freaky. The drive-by thing. I gotta plug this in. Remember last year, I think there was a stabbing, right? Or something.
And Sylvester Park, and then there was some sort of fist fight outside of a bus that just happened to park right in front of the Governor Hotel, or whatever the bus stop that is. I think it might be the time of the year, because Lake Fair happens at the same time of the year every year, right? Yeah, third week in July.
Hey, you've reached Freddie Dobler. I can't come to the phone right now, but if you leave me a nice message, then I'll
the time of the year.
Call you back as soon as I can. Thanks a lot.
Back on the other line, actually. Hello.
Hey, program.
Hey, how you doing?
Doing good. I'm at Dairy Queen with Kirsten and my family, and they're talking about trying to set a maximum wage instead of a minimum wage, but it's just like a hypothetical.
If there's a maximum wage, then what's the point of trying?
Kenny says if there's a maximum wage, what's the point of trying? That's probably a good point. No, he says that is the point. They just said that's the point. I didn't know that until just now. But what's the theme of the program?
Oh,
I thought it would work pretty good.
I don't even know yet. We've been talking about this drive-by shooting.
Drive-by shooting?
You don't hear about it? Okay, so you don't know any more details about it either. Apparently, there was a
In Lake
drive-by
Fair?
shooting. Yeah, or in downtown though. Yeah.
Oh my God.
And I'm not sure if to blame all this Lake Fair stuff on the time of the year or Lake Fair, because Lake Fair always happens at the same time of the year. So maybe if it wasn't there, it would still happen. It's causation and correlation kind of thing, you know?
No, they've been talking about the whole episode, but yeah, it gets hot.
Yeah.
It gets hot.
That's what I was saying. Heat leads
I mean,
to
there's a
anger.
lot of people out and about later, and where downtown did you? I mean, I'm sure you guys have been talking about this for a while, but
Yeah, well, all I heard was the
But if you're-
vaguest of rumors of a drive-by. Somebody was just like, there was a drive-by downtown. That's all I heard. So I'm trying to get details from other people.
oh, you're trying to get to the bottom of it. Well, I wonder who would know about that.
Yeah.
Do we know who would know about a drive-by shooting downtown? People who would like always be downtown? I don't know.
Oh yeah, downtown people. Maybe we should call downtown people.
You should call some downtown people.
What is the day? Where's the thing? And also it's time for the first dice game.
It's underneath your legs.
You want to get the dice out?
Oh, crap.
You have a number? Oh crap.
Yeah.
6.
6.
6.
It is driving day. Whoa.
Wow.
You're kidding me. That's too weird.
Not really, no.
It's daily hour themes that we are they changing the future?
Yeah. Oh
right.
no, we didn't cause the drive. I was already saying, don't blame me for the drive-by, or I don't know anything about it, and also, don't drive by me, please.
Whoa.
You know, because we're talking
That's
about this, it's like a local thing that maybe happened between, private people, and we're talking about it here on TV, but I haven't seen it in the newspaper yet, so. Here we go, we're gonna roll the dice.
Do you have a number?
Okay.
Oh, no, I don't actually yet. Do you?
Yeah.
Here we go, I got a number. Oh, 2 I won.
Nice job. You won the dice
Oh,
game.
me and Carl both won. How's up? What are you gonna get at Dairy Queen?
I got a peanut buster.
Yeah.
Peanut buster. What did I get? Peanut buster parfait.
Isn't that confusing? I always thought those things were called peanut butter parfaits for some reason, even though there's no peanut butter in it. I just called it that for a long time, and then somebody's like, it's Buster, and it's like, what? Why would they name it something so close to peanut butter?
Well,
That's
they're
right.
probably
It's a
busting out the
peanut
peanuts
buster.
to put into it.
There was no peanut butter in it, and I was thinking about that too myself. I was like, wow, there's peanuts in it, but there's no peanut butter in it.
Yeah, but it's like, I don't. That there doesn't need to be any peanut butter in it. It's just like, why would they name it something so close to butter?
Whether they're busting out the peanuts,
Yeah,
apparently.
I know. I can understand the name makes sense, but it's just that it's like so close to butter that it's
Here, the
confusing.
big rumor that there was one downtown.
All right, hey, thanks,
So
Freddie. We'll let you get back to your family.
Oh, you want to ask?
Oh, what?
No? Okay, never mind. All right. Goodbye, program. Have a good program.
Bye.
Happy driving.
Goodbye, family.
Safe out there.
Yeah, we're talking about driving today. That's the thing.
Oh,
But-
snap.
What?
Driving and drive-by.
Drive-bys. Yeah, exactly, right? Isn't that weird? We were talking about drive-bys this whole time, and then we're like, what is it? Driving. And you know what's part of driving? Drive-bys, I guess.
Oh, boy.
I've shot guns before. You ever shot guns before?
No, but
Never?
no. Maybe
I gotta go shoot some guns.
some
Carl.
sort of air rifle, maybe when I was in Cub Scout and Camp Thunderbird. There's some sort of Boy Scouts of America campground over in Summit Lake, which is on the direction of my parents' house. It's on the way to Aberdeen if you keep on going that route. But
Mhm.
if you stop within Thurston County, you'll for sure hit Summit Lake, and there's plenty of mass acreage out there in terms of Capitol Forest and this and that and the other, and you know, lots of open country. My parents used to have a horse. My sister used to have a horse, but it became too much of a chore for her to kind of keep up with it. It's like gotta throw a bale to Dusty the horse, and it became too much of a an issue. It was more work than it was play. And to a certain degree, I think that people, or generally kids in general, they want to have a lot of playtime with their animals, but when it comes to chore work, not so much. Or if they need to do chores, somehow make it fun.
And driving? Wait, what? Guns?
Oh, yeah. So guns, guns. I had
Maybe we should have
shot air rifles or whatnot out at Camp Thunderbird, which is kind of Boy Scouts of America campground or whatever out in that corner of Thurston County. But driving, I was at least 22 or 24 before I got my license. I was somewhat dependent on Grays Harbor Transit and just intercity transit to get myself around. And at some point it was like, okay, well, I guess I should have a car. And I was dependent on my parents to drive me to and from some sort of bus station when I was living with them, and 2 years after high school when I went to art school. But for those that couldn't afford a car, the insurance and whatnot, to drive yourself around, that's a pretty sweet deal.
Yeah.
Because then you don't need to, rely on mass transit at all. You can just ride, but it seems to be more expensive to drive yourself around and have insurance and to pay for your tires every 6,000 miles or 9,000 miles, whatever that is. I'm not totally in support of people driving their own vehicles, because that's
well,
not.
You do it though.
I do it, but it's not economically safe or sound. People should carpool, and maybe another 5 or 10 years from now, people will start to carpool more as inflation.
When was the last time you carpooled anywhere? I can't. I've never carpooled anywhere. I guess I always carpool because I don't have a car, but.
Well, Ashley wanted a trip back and forth from SeaTac and her 2 kids, so that could be probably considered carpooling this last Thursday.
Oh, I mean,
and the Thursday before.
Carpooling is when there's 2 people and you're going to go to the same place.
Yeah.
And there was going to be 2 cars, but now there's only 1 car.
Well, yeah.
So I don't think that counts as carpooling, but I don't want to bug you about it, I guess, but I'm just like saying.
Yeah.
I don't think.
On that idea, then I guess I would have to go back to the days when Jennifer was kicking around on the planet, that I picked Jennifer up at her place, and we both drove down to Capital Recovery Center.
Does she have a car?
She didn't have a car, but she had her parents' car sometimes.
Oh, okay.
Hey, it's time for info time.
Carl's a gas saver.
Now it's info time.
I try to be. Here are answers to some frequently asked questions about the program. You're watching it right now. It's called Your Daily Hour with Me. It's called a television talk show on the radio that's recorded right here in Thurston County every day of the year. It airs every night, 11:30 p.m. on Channel 22 and 2 a.m. alone Power FM. Each episode broadcasts a week after was taped, so you're watching this on TV at 11:30 p.m. This episode taped the same weekday of the previous week. If you're watching this at 2 a.m., this episode taped the same day of the month of the previous year. You can also watch any episode of the program on YouTube.com. Anyone can come on the program, especially you. We rely on the community for content, so give us a call at 360-836-4384 and leave a message. We'll call you back on the next episode. Thanks for tuning in, and now back to the program.
Yeah, look at that, we're back.
Did you enjoy the mini commercial break while I was doing that, Texas auctioneer talking?
How's that that's not a mini commercial break, that was info time.
Well, yeah, but...
You gotta listen more and expect and focus more than that. If anything, we're on a break now from info time. Info time is even heavier than the regular part of the show. It's not a break at all, it's the opposite of a break. It's like the work section of the program. We're taking a break right now. Yeah. I like driving. I want to go drive like a race car or something. I went to NASCAR. There's like some place not too far away where they have a racetrack and you can go see it.
Somewhere in Lewis County, I'm sure.
Yeah, I went out there. It's actually not very fun. The racetrack was not my... maybe I should have been betting more. I don't know if there was places where I could have placed bets and I didn't do it, but like, I don't know. I think people knew about the cars more than me, that's why I didn't bet when I went there though. But it was just like the cars were driving around the track. There was no crashes. Maybe that's what people are waiting for, or at least me. Maybe I was like, I want to see a crash, but I don't really want to see a crash. I want to see something. What else is going to happen? It's either people are going to go around in circles or there's going to be a crash. So it's like, you want to see the not crash or the crash, because those are the only two options, and otherwise people just drive around in circles. So I wouldn't want to see anybody get hurt. I would maybe feel bad about that, but if they were just driving around in circles, it's like, you got to see a crash. Came here for something. But I don't know if other people are like that. People are actually going out there just for crashes. I was going out there, I guess I hadn't been there before.
Yeah, if you people could probably figure out what exit that would be at if you drive south of Tumwater. I'm sure that there are still billboards or whatever pointing to exit, such and such, in the direction of Rochester or Little Rock or Tenino or
yeah. We all drove there.
Yeah.
To see more cars drive around in circles.
Somewhat ironic.
Or something. I don't know if it's ironic. It's definitely it's a little weird though. Yeah. I don't know what they're doing. Going around in circles real fast. I think the fastest I've ever driven, I don't know, just on the regular freeway, sometimes you get to go in 80. I don't know if I want to admit to speeding. I wonder if that's a crime. I don't think you can really get caught for it or get in trouble for admitting to have sped in the past. But when you're going down south, the freeway goes up to 70 miles an hour.
Yeah.
And then sometimes, you go 10 miles over the speed limit on the freeway. It's just something that happens. So I've gone upwards of 80 miles an hour. I remember sometime I've been with crazy people who were driving like 100 miles an hour on the freeway. So I've gone that fast, but not while driving. So I don't know if it counts.
Yeah.
Passengering.
When I dropped Ashley off, and when I picked her up, I had two different phones going at once.
What?
And follow me with this logic for a brief second. One of the phones would be, one of the phones would be updating my arrival destination. It's a program called Waze, and people would be on their own phone or whatever, sending their own messages to some sort of cloud or whatnot about how long it takes them to get to their destinations. And so by that, everyone is kind of on the same network in terms of like how fast it gets from point A to point B. And that's kind of helpful if you need to be mindful of you need to be at a certain place at a certain time. The other app that was on the separate phone was a program called Speed Guard, and I used to be able to use the two apps on one phone, and all I need Speed Guard to do is to alert me when I'm reaching like 60 miles per hour or 64 miles per hour or whatever. It would start making a noise that, beep, 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 you need to slow down a little bit.
Uh-huh.
And it's, kind of interesting that when you're traveling down I-5, you got all these different vehicles that they might be going 2 miles over your, speed limit, the speed that you're traveling at,
Uh-huh.
or 10 miles or whatnot. And so just by watching, having your peripheral vision, do its thing, that to kind of keep in stride with, the majority of these cars would be nearing the edge of
70. I think
Yeah.
it goes 70, yeah.
Yeah, and that is kind of a unhealthy situation to be at if you don't want to get a speeding ticket ever again. If you don't want to get a speeding ticket, just condition yourself to drive, 62 or 64 miles per hour, and whenever
Is that what you do? You use this app? You can't,
Yeah.
Why don't you just look at the speedometer?
Well, yeah, some people would do that, but
You're not one of those people, or you're
I'm not one of those people.
It's right in front of you.
Well, it is right in front of me, but some people, myself are included, would want to just kind of be mindful of the road and the road itself, and not look down at the gauge, because the gauge can always be moving depending on whether you're going uphill or downhill.
But you got that buzzer, so is it constantly going off? You're going a little bit faster?
Well, it constantly goes off if you're not mindful that you need to go at a slightly slower rate of speed than everyone else is. But once you hit the rhythm, then you start following it.
Aren't you trying to get right up to it without going over all the time? So it isn't
Yeah.
So is it because I kind of watch the speedometer. You kind of choose the speed you want to be going, and then you look at the speedometer and you kind of ride the speedometer. And you kind of hit the speedometer right where you want it to be, and you watch that kind of thing. And you can see both at the same time if you're using, kind of using your whole vision. But I'm always watching it, trying to keep that thing as close to the thing, but going maybe a little bit over. So if I had your app thing, I feel like I'd be like beep beep beep, kind of like
Yeah.
beep, 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 beep. Like, is that what's going on all the time? Is that
Well, to one degree or another, before anyone calls a program
a high
and
degree or a low
asks
degree? One degree or another, because it could be no degrees or a lot of degrees using that kind of phrasing.
Before anyone asks about cruise control, my car is a Honda Civic, I believe.
Cruise control, I think, is dangerous anyway.
I would really love to get like a slightly newer card that would have like a cruise control within it.
I don't trust cruise control. I think you can you could fall asleep or something. You gotta be doing it. You can't have that car going that fast on its own. I think it's I think it's a little scary. I wouldn't want to think other people around me are using it either.
Well, you would keep your foot on the brake pedal, but
Yeah, but I just think something bad could happen. I think it's just an accident waiting to happen.
so by keeping your foot on the gas pedal, that keeps your mind alert.
Yeah. At least a little bit more than not. I mean.
You could be right.
Yeah, I am right.
Well,
yeah.
hello, right? My name's Carl.
Oh, dad jokes. Here, let's roll the dice. Let's pun hell in here. Here we go. Rolling the dice. Roll it, roll it, roll it. Roll. 6 and 4. I mean, Carl didn't get any more points, but we already have 500 points. Freddie got 500 points. We're gonna win no matter what. We've already won. But it's us versus Freddie, I guess. So Freddie could get more points, we could get less points. Stuff like that can happen. I want to know if anybody knew about this shooting thing. It's called the Adrians. This is the rumor mill. We're calling the rumor mill, trying to get to the bottom of this drive-by shooting thing. There's lots of race car movies. People drive to get places.
Smokey and the Bandit.
Yeah.
I think the 80s or certainly the early 80s were big on cross country or at least cross state driving.
Oh yeah, road trip movies.
Yeah.
Yeah, cars are a pretty big part of Americana, but I guess it's not Cars Day, it's Driving Day, which is a little bit
Slightly different.
Yeah, we're talking about like the active driving and how it feels to drive and stuff. I don't know what's going on with Adrian. Before cars, people would drive, I guess, like nails or something. You drive a nail. Driving nails into wood. Driving, me crazy. Driving me crazy. What does that mean? Controlling things?
What is that?
Crazy.
Fine Young Cannibals?
Drive me crazy, yeah.
I haven't heard that song in like 20 years, I'm sure. Maybe even 30. Whenever that song was first made.
Yeah, I think that was the 80s, or maybe the early 90s. I think we should try to call Mr. Ginty, too. We've been trying to find him since he said that he was moving around somewhere. Remember
Hopefully the phone isn't going to ring once and then go to voicemail.
Yeah. Yeah, Mr. Ginty's been missing. He told us a while ago. Maybe we should go play that message from a while ago and see what he said on it. He said something like, "We're moving," or "I'm far away," or something. Right? Remember that?
Yeah. To keep the listeners updated.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Here's what he said. This was on the 14th, which was 5 days ago for us.
14th. Wow. Seems a little bit recent, but
What the fuck over? It's going down, motherfucker. Sorry, but I'm a hell of a long way from home right
He said he's a hell of a long way from home.
now. What the fuck over? I don't know what's going
I
on.
don't know what's going on with it. Maybe the phone's been messed up.
Pain in my ass. But
But nobody's going to voicemail.
I'm gonna tell you, but I'll call you later.
I don't know why it's not going to voicemail. It's
So I
ringing
can
and
talk
ringing.
to Dr. Steady.
Something's going on. I don't know. Well, oh, no. I think something's wrong with the phones.
Talk to you later.
Because it didn't go to voicemail with Adrian, didn't go to voicemail with Mr. Ginsu. Something went weird. Is drive-by shooting, you know, that I can't believe every year, like, for something happens, there's a thing, but maybe it's probably, like, gang-related or something. When I think of drive-bys, I think of gangster rap, really. And, like, movies and stuff. You know, people probably saw those movies and then like drive-bys are a good idea. But like one person's in the street, one person's in a car. How do they know where that street guy's gonna be? They have scouts or something. Like there he is. And I think that the drive-bys require AKs. You can't just drive-by shoot. I guess you could drive-by shoot somebody with a regular gun, handgun. But that's not the same thing. Drive-bys to me are AKs. Let me be in that movie Falling Down. They had that drive-by with the AK. Alright, I'm going to try to call Adrian again. Maybe the phones are...
Oh, with Michael Douglas?
Yes.
Ooh.
And he had an AK. The drive-by people had AKs.
He went postal in some sort of, like...
Well, spoilers. But...
grocery store?
AKs.
Yeah.
So I don't know if it was drive-by shooting. It's pretty freaky though. I think there was a stabbing. I think there was another. I think a year before that, maybe, or a couple of years ago, there was a shooting at where KFC used to be, which is now like
some sort of
image.
Yeah.
Processing weird thing. I don't even know what it is.
It's like,
It's like
brand or some sort of maybe business enhancement. You know, like trying to improve on someone's business image or a company's business
is that what
image.
It's about?
I'm not
I
sure
they,
at all.
We're a big paper.
No, I don't think it's a paper printing thing.
Not a printing, paper printing, paper digitizing.
I'm not sure that it's that either. I think it's just like some sort of corporate.
You think it's a corporate helper place? What makes you think that? Just because of the name?
The name and just like the building that the company resides is like it's I don't know.
It's the old KFC building.
Yeah.
I think that they do the other thing. What makes it? But you think somebody told you that thing about the corporate?
No. It's just a wild assumption. It's a guess.
I'm pretty sure it's this other thing because I think I heard that somewhere.
Oh.
The thing about the scanning files or something like that, and they just like get paperwork from other places and they bring it there and they scan it, and then they enter the information from the paper into charts or something like that.
Data entry.
Wow. Yeah, data entry and charts. I think data entry is going to go away pretty soon. Did you ever go to that KFC? The one on the...
Yeah, I remember going there when they had popcorn chicken, but you know...
Back in your chicken days, huh?
Yeah. That was when I was in middle school. I kind of somewhat believe, but the popcorn chicken that they served us was kind of gross. It was like a spongy breading.
Yeah, not crispy,
wasn't,
huh?
It wasn't really, you know...
Not crispy enough.
Yeah, it wasn't crispy. Might have served to us on someone's bad day, like...
the chef's bad day?
Yeah.
KFC chef?
Whoever was working there at the time, it was like... Man, I'm so sick of this crap.
Wouldn't that be awesome if there's a KFC? It was a KFC right in the middle of downtown. Can you think about that? No, there's none of those big places downtown.
I would actually love it if there were another grocery store in the middle of downtown other than Bayview Thriftway over there at the corner.
Oh yeah, Bayview's not enough?
Yeah.
I think Bayview's pretty big. They had a Safeway. I like that Safeway better. Remember when there was a Safeway right there too?
Yeah.
That's the one I went to often.
Yeah.
But that one turned into City Hall. I remember that. That was too bad, actually. That's weird. That's weird that City Hall is there now.
Yeah.
It was in a better spot when it was at the other place. Should have stayed over there, I think. Now you gotta drive there. It's like you could drive the other place. Now it's right in the middle.
9.
Hey, look at that. It's time for a commercial break. When we get back from the commercial break, maybe we'll be able to call people.
Sweet.
3.
Let's see if we can. We'll call Mr. McDonald's, try to get to the bottom of this drive-by.
After these messages. We'll be right back.
New Moon Cafe. Yum yum.
Dance Oli Dance. Dance Oli Dance. Live TV dance party. First Friday of each month. 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. TCTV Studio A. 440 Yager Way. Oh yeah.
Brown Interior Limited presents Private Memories, a new Skrill Meadow album, 2014. Featuring the song, Just Because. Private Memories. Double back. Private Memories from Skrill Meadow, available at these fine retailers.
Coming up the next episode of the program.
Your daily hour with
Yeah. Hey, everybody. It's the program.
So, I talked a lot about, my problems with dog sitting. And we got only up to this commercial break before we were reminded of the show's topic, which is fish.
But that's not really the topic. It's just the theme of technically the thing. But really, it's about like downward spirals and
Call in about something else.
vaccination.
Vaccination.
It might have
Awesome.
been a little bit confusing. I wonder if I had thought of the drive-by because of driving and I knew it in the back of my mind, and it was like a subconscious second. I know you have your second voice there, Carl. All right, it was my second voice back there.
I always have a second voice and a third voice and a fourth. No, I tease.
Oh, okay. I know there's two at least. But 3 or
That
4,
would
that's
get
getting-
problematic.
Getting jumped up levels each time. Yeah. I'm looking at the thing. I'm trying to get this the calls to make some calls out so we can get to the bottom of this drive-by thing. But I don't know. I generally feel pretty safe downtown. I do go down there, and am not worried about any kind of violence because I'm pretty sure that all this violence is directed towards specific people, and I don't think I've made any enemies. Please don't shoot me, Angry Steve, or viewers, I guess. But I'm not really worried about getting shot downtown. I don't know if that's a good thing to be saying, because maybe that's gonna make somebody want to shoot me.
Oh boy.
But don't shoot me, I guess. But if you say that kind of thing, it's like a double circle. Now I'm feeling like I'm talking about getting shot too much. But look out for that, getting shot at when you're downtown. I guess you could get grazed though, because if they did use an AK, but I can't actually see anybody using an AK. But how else would you drive by? That's pretty fast shooting. Not that I've ever actually seen an AK in real life, but if it's anything like the movies, the whole crowd can get shot at. So if you see any of those movies where there's drive-bys, maybe you should watch them, because that's what I think is reality. But
yeah. Well, or certainly Boys on the Hood was somewhat of Southern California, but Southern California is not, Southern Puget Sound. So.
South Puget Sound, South California, look out. Don't get shot at.
I mean, it could be coming, but hopefully it's not.
But I'm pretty sure that nobody's ever actually gotten shot. I think at this drive, I don't know, maybe somebody did get shot at this drive-by, but there was shootings at other lake fairs in the past. I wonder if Oyster House was ever claimed. It was probably a gas or like a cooking fire. That would make the most sense because it's in.
I thought it
it's a
was
kitchen.
burned down from a washer or a dryer that.
A dryer. What about the kitchen though?
Well, I'm not sure.
Yeah, that would make the most sense to me because there's a lot of heat in kitchens.
Yeah.
Maybe the phones still aren't going. I don't know what's going on with the phones, really.
Are you calling McDonald's or?
No, I'm trying to call Adrian right now, again. But it doesn't seem to be going at all to anybody, so maybe we're gonna have to use our wits here. Tomorrow is gonna be fish day.
It does show you as connected, so.
Yeah, it's connected. It's just maybe it's something going wrong with like the. I don't know. It could be anything. Yeah, maybe I should try to start calling some McDonald's. Maybe somebody else will answer instead of the other thing. But it's not even going to voicemail. I assume that this stuff should be going to voicemail, but it's not. So sometimes when this kind of thing happens, we just gotta move on.
Moving on.
Do you remember learning to drive? How come you didn't? You didn't have to go to driver's school or anything, right? Because you were.
Oh, yeah. I took driver's ed in
when you're
high
in your
school.
20s? Oh, in high school.
Yeah, and.
But you never didn't get your license, so you're 22 still.
Oh man, right. Mr. Rexus was driver ed teacher in high school at Capitol, and he was kind of somewhat aggravating or whatnot.
Was he the gym teacher also?
No. He was part-time, I'm pretty sure about that, but he wasn't like any sort of physical education. He had this draw, the tone of his voice was kind of like drawn out and boring and whatnot, and so he would even be a worse PE teacher, because that's when you're, PE is, yeah, they're like really focused on getting from one location to another.
Motivation. Say go, go, go.
Yeah, exactly.
Hello. What? McDonald's? Hello, you there? I'm trying to talk to you. You can call me back. Number is 360-836-4384. Thank you. I don't know if we're actually leaving a message for McDonald's. I know that was kind of weird.
Yeah.
He didn't do a very good job teaching you. He was too boring.
No. Well, at least as a PE teacher, he would have been boring if he was a PE teacher. But as a driving instructor, he was really kind of direct and hands-on, and just like you got to watch for that stoplight or whatever. It's like he had the certain sense that would be hard as nails in terms of a driving instructor that would be like boring as a physical education teacher. I of course went out driving a couple of times out in the field, as it were, I'm sure you know that intersection of Kenyon Street over there on by Pizza Hut. McDonald's actually shares that same intersection. I remember specifically that the red light went to green, and I wasn't aware of that until he said, hey, you can go at any time, and I was like, oh gosh, and so kind of from that point on, specifically as a driver myself, I'm like, okay, if I'm at a stoplight, I need to kind of, stare in the direction of a traffic light or stare right at the traffic light.
Hey, McDonald's, you guys got those? When do you get the orange milkshakes?
I'm sorry?
When do you guys get those orange milkshakes? Arctic Orange?
I can't hear you, sorry.
I'm waiting for the Arctic Orange milkshakes. You know when they're coming out?
Wait, what was that?
Orange milkshakes.
No, we don't have orange milkshakes.
Oh, but when are they coming out? They usually come out in the summertime.
No, we don't got those. We got strawberry banana, blueberry pomegranate, and mango pineapple.
Mango out milkshakes, huh?
Sorry?
Mango milkshakes?
No, it's a mango pineapple. It's a smoothie.
Oh, there's no milk in it?
No.
Thank you.
Alright.
Man, that was a hard phone call.
Whoa. Echo. I think they can hear you giggling. Maybe something I'm worried about, but hey, at least we got through. Something wrong with the phones, I guess. I wonder who else would know about this drive-by. It's got to be like
well,
maybe John Webster.
is he downtown?
I don't know. He watches a lot of TV though, so he is maybe turned on to the news.
Yeah.
Hello?
John,
Hey John, it's the program.
hi.
We're on TV.
Are you gonna be down at Lake Fair tomorrow? Because I didn't see you. I saw Deb Vinso. I saw Deb Vinso today.
How'd that go?
Pretty good, and the one that did the in the truck, I know Vicky and I know Paula. I know those people.
Oh, that's pretty good. Hey John, did you hear about the drive-by? I heard there was a drive-by.
Where?
Did you hear about the drive-by?
The drive what?
Drive-by, like a shooting. There was a shooting.
No, I'm at home. I'm watching Cairo News. I'm watching Cairo News right now.
Is there anything about a drive-by?
No, I didn't hear about any drive-by.
You know what a drive-by is?
And you saw the parade. I was right where they were broadcasting the parade right by Heritage Break, and I didn't see you. I know the guys that did the. I was right by. I think it was Vicky or Paul. I think Paula. She's the secretary of TCTV.
Yeah.
I got the schedule for the I got the schedule for the when it's going to be broadcast, like tomorrow at 5:30 on Channel 77.
Oh, for when are you going to be on it?
Pardon?
Did you get on the camera? Did you go into the parade at all? Did you see the whole parade?
Yeah, I saw it right by. I was right by where they were broadcasting, like Jerry Farmer. He's with 94.5, and another gal, and Deb Vinso from TCTV.
There were people from the major networks there?
Pardon?
There were people from major networks there, or was it just TCTV?
And then I saw Paula and Paula and Vicky. I know Paula and Vicky.
How about the Lake Fair parade? What was in that parade? We have shot the parade in the past. Like, there's also cars in the parade, isn't there?
Yeah, they do it. They do the Tumblr parade. They do the Tumblr parade too.
There's lots of cars in the parade, right?
They do the Tumblr parade too.
All right. Hey, thanks, John. You got anything else you want to say today?
The latest developments, and our coverage continues tomorrow.
Good to see you. Good to hear
I
from
went
you.
outside to empty the garbage, and that I felt some sprinkles.
Oh, yeah, it's right. Me too. It's raining. I'm so glad about that. It's been so hot. It might be raining tomorrow. I think.
And tomorrow's the fireworks.
I think it might be raining for the fireworks, which I think would be pretty funny because we've had so crazy hot, dry weather recently, and I think the rain is going to come down just for the fireworks. I just
Well,
have
it's
a
gonna be
feeling.
nice. It's gonna be nice. It would be nice Monday and stuff like that.
But maybe not tomorrow, during the only day where being outside and dry is a big
Dan,
deal.
what's called will be? That's when Dan, Dan, what's called will be on.
Dan Bennett, it's true. You know the schedule. It's pretty good, John.
Monday, Dan.
Hey, what about the Lake Fair parade? Did you see the fire trucks and police cars and stuff that are driving through the parade?
Yep.
There's lots of them that go real slow.
John Snaza in the Thurston County Sheriff's car. In the Thurston County Sheriff's car, I know John Snaza.
He's the sheriff? The sheriff's in the parade?
What?
The sheriff was in the parade, huh? So maybe that's the perfect time to commit crimes.
Peak commit from
the
Tower
sheriff is
High.
preoccupied in the parade. You can start committing
Peak commit
crimes.
from Tower with Tower with the Tower police and everything.
Oh, you know other people. Oh, hey, John.
The pre-game was the pre-parade was the Tornado motorcycle team. Boy, they did a good job. They did a good job performing their stunts and everything. The Tornado motorcycle team.
Yeah.
Oh, next weekend in Seattle is the Torchlight Parade.
What's that?
That would be next weekend is the Torchlight Parade up in Seattle.
What's the Torchlight Parade? What is it? I never heard of that before.
Yeah, they have it always. They have it in July all the time.
What do they do?
Yep.
What do they do?
They have the parade at night with the lights and everything. With the lights and everything.
They just walk down the street with lights?
And then after the Torchlight Parade, the next day they have the hydroplane races.
Oh, yeah.
That's on a Sunday.
That happens every year, huh? Races. That's dangerous stuff.
I'm a hydroplane fan.
Why do they need to do all that stuff? That's crazy. People putting their lives in danger.
Tomorrow's Sunday, so I want to see you down there tomorrow. I'm gonna be down there too tomorrow.
Yeah, it's possible. I might be down there. I might not. No promises.
Like I saw you, like I saw you Wednesday.
The other day I was there. We're getting those burgers. You were helping out with the demo burgers.
Yeah, I want to see you down. I want to see you down there tomorrow. I want to see you down there tomorrow.
You want to see me? Well, I don't know. That's a good thing to want, but I'm not going to promise you anything. Well, hey, look, it's the end of the show. We made it through another episode of the program, The Losing Conscience or Dying.
Yay.
Getting close, though, maybe. Hey, John, thanks. Bye.
Okay, I want to see you tomorrow.
Yeah, I know you do. That was weird. Thanks, Bird.
Life is weird.
Thanks, Freddie.
Yeah.
Thanks, McDonald's.
Gasoline or combustion engines driving. Some bullets, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, thanks Drive-By Shooter for giving us a topic, I guess. But thanks, Carl. Thanks for being here today.
Hey, you're welcome.
Don't shoot anybody. Especially not while driving.
Yeah,
if you're gonna shoot a gun, stop your vehicle.
Gotta be peaceful.
Stop your vehicle. I think shooting from a moving car, you could hurt yourself or other people, especially if you're shooting at them.
The number one way to solve a conflict is just to walk away.
Episode 1400.
Sweet.
1400 episodes.
Awesome.
Thanks, episode number and day of the week. Does that mean that we're in an even week? That means maybe we started the program on the day.
11:30 p.m. and 2 a.m. on channel 22, YDHWM.com. Facebook, Twitter, YouTube. Check it out.
I think 1400 days means that it's
360
weeks, right?
836-4384. Call the number if you like.
700 weeks? Or 70.
You want to be on the crew? You can if you want. UFLBI.
70 weeks.
Psycho Feeling, yeah. Jordy Eve.
Thurston County Washington State, USA, yeah.
And viewers and listeners.
Hell yeah.
Woof, woof.
Dog.
Arr.
Hell yeah, dog. Zoom, zoom, zoom.
Bye.